Okay, so take two. It figures that when I thought everything was going well, I was not tripping over my own words, my brain and my mouth seemed to be connected, that there would be technical problems. And of course there were. So I froze. I decided I'm 5 minutes in. I haven't stamped a thing. We're going to start over. So I apologize if you watched that and then you got stuck with me, looking at touching my eye. I got a shot in that eye yesterday and it's itchy. Okay. Starting over. I'm so sorry. Today I have two different cards. They're Valentines, one for River and one for Hazel. They follow the same basic fun fold, with a slight difference. One of them is going to use a larger piece of designer series paper, and the other one is going to use more cardstock. But and I've got the pieces all cut, but I don't have it put together. So how different and how similar they really look, we're going to decide today. And I might need your input, because what if we need to add ribbon? I don't know yet. Or if we need some embellishments, I don't know yet. Do we need a belly band or a piece of Velcro? I don't know yet. In fact, I just realized that I left my bone folder over on the other side of the room. So I'm going to grab that. Hi, Johnny. Thanks for sticking this out. So I'm going to grab my bone folder, switch cameras, and then we're going to get started looking at this. So let me do that. And then it won't be as obvious when I cross over. Okay, so we started first with Hazel's card. Hazel's the oldest. That seemed like a good place to start. This is actually, last night there was a team gathering for my upline, and we had a mystery project. So this was part of the Rubber Queens gathering last night. And I had already seen the card I liked for River, and I looked at this and was like, oh, that sounds so familiar. And it is. So for Hazel's card, we are starting with a piece of designer series paper. This is from the Sweet Conversations bundle that's in the mini catalog. And we've been using this quite a bit. Let me just show you this bundle one more time. All right, so it is this designer series paper right here, and I would show that to you, but I have it in pieces all over this room as I prep for stamp camp this weekend. We may use some stamps from the bundle. We might even pull some of the hearts from here. I don't know yet, but I like these iridescent rhinestones and this gorgeous ribbon, so that may be where we go. We are also using a Celebration selection, the Catching Butterflies stamp set. And this is an item that you can select with a $50 purchase. So it is, let's see, it's stuck together. So that is on page 6 of the Celebration brochure, and a couple of cute projects with her and the butterflies. The butterflies are really stinking cute, but this is Valentine's, so we are using hearts. And actually, we're going to pull in hearts from Gumball Greetings, and that is in the mini catalog as well. And you saw me use it for a tag for my gumball machine behind me not too long ago. So here are this little heart grouping. So that is for Hazel's card. So let's take a look, and then we'll come back and look at what we use for Rivers. All right, so starting with this piece that is 5 1/4 by 11, you score it at a few places. So we are going to score it first at 1 3/4. We'll score it the next time at 3 1/2. And the next time at 5 1/4, and the last time at 7. So I pulled the arm out of my trimmer. If you've not seen that before, our trimmer is wonderful. It has this arm that extends out all the way to 17 inches and has both a scoring blade and a cutting blade. And the cutting blades can be replaced as they become dull, which they do. So let's see, there was something else I was going with there. Okay, then I've got a piece of card base that is 5.5 by 4.25. So that's going to go together like this. Then I have a piece of cardstock that is 3.5 by 7, and it is scored at 3.5 and is going to give us some excitement here. We have a piece of 3.25 square that's going to go here, and a piece of 3.25 by 3.25 designer series paper that's going to go here. I also added a piece of basic white to go on the back, and you know, sometimes it can get tricky in lining that up. So let's get going on this and see what we want to do to finish it off. All right, so I'm still staying there, and I think the lighting is proving to be better over here. So I'm using the bone folder to burnish my edges, and this is, no joke guys, really a product that you should have. I mentioned Celebration a second ago. Celebration has a lot of wonderful offerings. It is a wonderful time to join because not only do you choose $125 in free products for yourself, you add another 2 free stamp sets. So we need to find the best value for that and take care of it. All right, so I think I'm going to put this piece down first. I'm trying to think if there's a reason not to. No, I think it should go down first. And I'm going to grab my liquid Tombow glue. It's got a little stickiness to it. And right. And then I've got that folded so that it will help me see the edges. With your eye, you want to see if you can get the 3 edges the same. And I've got a shadow, which is making that top one hard, but I kind of turned it a little bit to see. Ah! Yeah, it didn't look so. Okay, that looks pretty good there. All right, so if you're new to stamping, some basics that you should get, you know, the bone folder, the trimmer, pick a stamp set. We're going to get 2 free stamp sets in addition to your $125 that you select of anything. So you've got quite a few options. Now these pieces, you want to leave pretty much an even border of the designer series paper, right? So obviously you're not going to glue down this part, okay? So this top part is going to be glued to or adhered to that much, just to give pretty much an even border. And I can use my grid paper to help me out in finding the top to bottom as well. So 2, 4, 5, and 2, 4, 5. Okay, so that looks good there. And then, oh, look at this. This 3.5. This is 3.5. One day I'll have this memorized, and it will make it so much easier. And I'm just going to eyeball the rest of it. And honestly, it doesn't have to be centered. You can put this up towards the top, down towards the bottom, whichever you like. Now because that's folded in, I can do that. And then add glue here. Fold it over. That looks pretty good. Give it a second to set. And then this part is going to be adhered. Or actually, no, it's going to be adhered to this. Glad I caught that. There are some times that we actually put that down on the back. But this time, no, it is not. Okay, so I can add my adhesive here. Of course, the disadvantage of not doing my full project before I jumped on was that kind of going by memory at this point, more or less winging it. I got a piece of designer series paper that's going to go here, and a piece of white that's going to go there. And do you remember my trick for placing things that are hidden here? I'm actually going to put it over on this piece and then bring, so get it pretty well centered where I want it on this side. Okay, if you get glue on your fingers, then you gotta recenter probably. Okay, I'm gonna do that and then just bring that piece over and let it set. Okay. So now that piece is down and this piece is down. It's gonna open like this. Ha ha, we did it. All right, so there is the basic. Now, what's our card front look like? Okay, so I did cheat just a little bit, but I'm not going to show it to you yet. I've got this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece, and I want our little girl to be chasing butterflies. No, not chasing butterflies. I want her chasing hearts instead of the butterflies. And she just fits top to bottom on this. You know, you could have her angled just a little bit differently, but I want her about there. So I've stamped her in Memento Black, and that way I can color her with the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers. And then I'm going to add some hearts. Okay, this is where I'm picking up the hearts from the gumball. And we're going to let one be in the net, and then just kind of randomly add some others that she is skipping up. Like that. So she's just swooping up those little hearts. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, just threw stuff off. All right. Let's get rid of this real red real fast. I am hosting a Zaya fundraiser for the Foundation Fighting Blindness. And you're welcome to join that. Beth asked me if I might share a few of my favorite pieces, and so I'm actually wearing a couple today. So I have on the boyfriend cardigan and a long sleeve shirt that has thumbnails, thumb holes. No, does it? Or it's just long? Okay, it's just long enough to have thumb holes, but doesn't. The cardigan is really roomy and so soft, has big pockets, but that whatever this shirt is that I have on underneath is long, so it covers everything. And then I have a pair of light and tight flares. You don't see a lot of talk about the light and tight flares, but they're absolutely my favorite. I even dressed them up with a little pair of boots. Little half boots, and made them so cute. Okay, so this is how this is going to go. And so we're at 14.5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the one that I've already colored and put it down. If we have room for me to color at the end, I will. I can show you how I did this, but for right now, we're going to go ahead and put her down. And I'll go ahead and confess that I used the ivory blend for her skin tone. We have a gorgeous new collection of skin tones, 10 different neutrals to make a wide range of skin tones. Their demonstrators are able to get them now, which means if you joined Stampin' Up, you could actually include them in your kit. They'll be available to customers next month in February. Now she's going to need a greeting as well, so we can put the greeting here. Let's go ahead and add this DSP right here. And I'm going to need another glue before too long. So again, I've got a gloomy day outside. It's rainy, which may not be the best indication of light. But I think so far this is better than we've had on the work surface. So, all right, that goes like that. We've got room for something here, and then we've got room here as well. So let's just look at the greetings that I have here. May your day be filled with all the best things, wishing you the sweetest day ever, and I've got a happy Valentine's Day here. Then in the Catching Butterflies, you make my heart happy. I really like that. I like all of these, but I don't know that Hazel would understand this is Valentine's Day unless I included Valentine's Day in there. These are pretty specific to the little bots, so I'm not going to use those. But I think, oh, I like the XO. I think I might have to do Happy Valentine's Day and X's and O's down here. All right, so let's do Happy Valentine's Day from the Sweet Conversations. And I'll grab the X and the O. I remember how fun that used to be as a kid, getting cards from my cousin that had, you know, X's and O's on it. Hugs and kisses. So let's do Happy Valentine's Day here in Real Red, and then I think I'll grab the Blushing Bride and do the X and the O. Okay, so Real Red for Happy Valentine's Day. I'm afraid I'm going to get my head in the camera. Don't see much way around it. Okay, that's that. Then I'm going to grab the Blushing Bride ink. Or we could bring in a little more Highland Heather. That might be more fun. Let's grab the Highland Heather. Okay. And I love these X's and O's are, oh, thank you. They just kind of look like you've written it in a mark or a marker. Oh, I think this is too cute. I'm glad you guys like it too. Perfect. That's perfect, isn't it? All right. So, I don't know if I want to, do we need some, we need a little bling. Do we need a little bling? I don't know. We'll come back to that. Let's do a reverse card. So this is Hazel's version. Yeah, it's going to need a little bling, and I've got Stella over here, of course, too. Let me clean these stamps off because I don't want to change colors and then really make a boo-boo on his. And I have a brand new chamois. The chamois is perfectly fine, except that it's no longer that pretty lavender that they start out as. All right, so, okay. Sorry, I'm just having a moment. Thinking about the blocks I might need for the next one. All right, so River's card. Now this is a case of a card done by Terry Gaines, and she made an adorable bumblebee from the Ladybug punch. And then she added the daffodil paper from the Celebration selection. So she used this paper here, and the Hive embossing folder. The Hive embossing folder is in the mini catalog. Let me see if I can find where it goes. So I love that the catalogs now have this great index at the back. So the Hive 3D embossing folder is on page 59. And it is part of the Heart and Home collection. And so it's right here, and there's some bumblebees in the stamp set. The font is gorgeous. We're going to have to do something with this at one point too. Anyway, what caught my eye were these. This looks like these little hexagons. They look like bolts, right? So here are the adhesive backed hexagons. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this all just really works. Now, Terry's, let me get all of my bits out of the way, as Ange McKay says, and show you how this is so similar. So again, this time we've started with a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 11. So remember the designer series paper was 5.25 by 11 because we added the card base, which gave it the 5.5 by 4.25 dimension. But on this one, this is the card base. So, but we start, you'll see, we score it at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5.25, and then the last score line is at 7. So that part is the same with the exception of 1/4 inch. And then we're going to add pieces of designer series paper to jazz it up. So again, that bone folder coming out. If you would like to take advantage of this wonderful special and order a starter kit, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you make a selection. It is overwhelming to, it can be very overwhelming to make that choice. So I'm here to help. All right, so I've already cut and embossed. This is a piece of smoky slate. Oh, that looks pretty cool too. That looks like, it still looks like cars. It'll come to me. I'll share it if it comes to me soon enough, it'll be part of the blog post. If you do not subscribe to my blog, I should put the link to do that. I'll try to remember to add the link to subscribe to my blog, because tomorrow morning you will get the photos and descriptions and the supply list for this in your inbox. All right, so I used the Hive 3D embossing folder with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to do this. Now, if that is a concept that you're like, what? Let me show you. Actually, why don't I show? Okay, let me show you where it is in the catalog, and then I'll show you. Oh my gosh, now my hair is in the way. Okay, I think it is. I'm going to show you something in the catalog. I should know where it is, shouldn't I? Okay, well, start with punches. Now I'll come over to dies. Okay. So here's the trimmer, the bone folder, snips. These are all just really basic, essential items. I think my mom just walked by. Okay, and then here on page 152 and 153 are the cut and emboss machines. There's a regular size and a mini. I've got the mini right here, so I'm just going to pull it out. The only difference is the size. Okay, so it folds down like that. It has comes with a plate. The larger one has a few other sizes, thicknesses. I use most often with the mini, I use the gray plate that comes with it. I have a brand new pack of cutting plates. There are instructions on the plate to tell you how to make that sandwich. But, oh my gosh, it's all clingy. Basically, in the big machine, you put your cardstock in here, you put a plate. For the embossing, it's typically just one plate and a bottom plate, and you roll that through the machine and you get that embossed image. It's slightly different for the mini machine, but the concept is all the same. And there are embossing folders that fit the mini machine as well. Okay, back to our project, and oh my gosh, I slid all over the place. Okay, so here we go. Got that in place. Now I have all these other little bits. And let's see if I can remember the measurements. It's going to be iffy. Except maybe I wrote them down. Okay, so this piece is 1.5 by 5 1/4. No, that's not right. This is 2.5 by 5, and it's scored at 2.5. So it's going to do the same thing here, right? Then these pieces of designer series paper are 1.5 by 5 1/4, and they're going to go here and where do we want? Oh, here and here. Okay, you could do even more patterns and show them. I was really tempted to use this one, and bring out some of the pool party and the granny apple green, but since I was coloring him with smoky slate, I stuck to red and smoky slate. I love that color combination. Alright, so put that here, and then where'd the other one go? This is just this is the back side of the one I used for Hazel. And I'm going to put it up. I love when I'm able to show something in a video that fits a need. Okay, my hair is out of. When it falls in my face like that, it messes up with the way my eyes want to focus. And today that left eye still got a little swelling in it, so it's just having a rough day. Okay, so this piece, we have a small piece of smoky slate to go here. And then I toyed with stamping the robot and fussy cutting him out, but ultimately I didn't do that. I've got a piece that is 2 by 2 to go here, and then a piece to go here, and then a stacked piece to come here. So we've got lots of places to put our greetings as well. Okay, so we can go ahead though and line this up, figure out where we want it. And I know that it is 1 1/4 inches. On this way, puts this green part in the middle. And then this is a smaller piece, so it's obviously going to have more showing. Okay, y'all, I forgot to grab the barrette, so don't mind me while I get that out of the way. 1, 2, 3. All right, I think that's pretty good. Same process. Grab a little glue. And, you know, if I was that picky, I could get a ruler out and make sure sometimes it's really helpful for me to have the camera shining down here and for me to look there. So, and sometimes I take a photo and walk away and come back. All right, and then this one is going to go here. Whoa, that's kind of close to the edge on that end. And then I've got a piece that's going to go here, but I'm not going to put that down because we might stamp on it. And I'm going to wait until we stamp on that to put it down. Okay, so for our little robot, he's a tight fit on this 2-inch square. And we want to ground him as well. And that was really my main reason for not cutting him out, was because I wanted to be sure I added the ground so he wasn't just floating around. So I think I got all of his little antenna. Oh, look at that. That's just about exactly where you would want it, isn't it? Okay, and then here's the ground. And it can hang off. So might have liked that up a little bit, but I think it's going to be fine. When you're working with the cling stamps, you can't always see exactly where you're going. That's the perfect reason to use a Stamparatus. Now, I went ahead in the interest of saving time and stamped one on a larger piece of cardstock and colored it. So let's add the grounding to it, because I didn't do that yet. And I can see by the clock I'm already past 30 minutes. All right, now it's probably going to get cut off because this is larger than 2 inches. Hello, Kirby. All right, so let's go ahead and cut. See if we can get the 2-inch. It's going to be pretty close. All right, so I'm going to cut really close to his antenna. And then sometimes you just kind of walk around like this to get as much of it as you can. But when you've got a picture or something that you've stamped that is that tight, look at that. All right, now how about side to side? Oh, it was 2 inches. Okay, so that part is amazing. So I colored him with Smoky Slate blends and Real Red blends. And I love the "You Make My Heart Go Beep" greeting in here. I'm nuts and bolts about you. This has even got a happy birthday greeting in it. So this little stamp set is way more than just, it doesn't even say Valentine's. We just assume Valentine's because it has all the little hearts. But it's not necessarily, is it? All right, so now let's put this down here. And we could pop this on dimensionals as well. I didn't think about that on Hazel's card, but let's do that for River. Hello, Joyce. So I'm so glad y'all are here today. Now tomorrow at this time is the virtual online class that is available on Zoom. So I hope that you'll join me on Zoom for that class. It is going to be tons of fun too. We have some super cute Valentine projects. I'm really liking this. This is so stinking cute. Okay, we need some other greetings though. You make my heart go beep. I have to use that. And then nuts and bolts about you. I think I'm going to use all of them. And then I'm going to even pull out these little hearts. I need another block. Haven't cleaned that one yet, but that's okay. All right. They're all this. Oh, and actually, no, they're not all the same size. This one is smaller. Which, I don't know, what have I done here? They don't have to be. That one needs to be bigger. I think I'm going to have to cut another piece for it. Okay. This one is going to be, you make my heart go beep. Now, I know I said that Hazel's had to say Happy Valentine's Day on it, and I'm not going to do that on this one, but she's 4, and she knows more of the letters. River doesn't know any of that. He's not even yet 2. Okay, so this was, that piece is, come on, tell me 2.5. So I want a piece that's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm curious if you all get notified of the YouTube live on Monday. I'm not getting as much traffic over there, and I told Catherine I've got to figure out YouTube before next Monday so that I can get some participation. Super, super cute. Okay. I got some cleaning up to do over here. All right, this one is going to fit here. Oh, see, and I've got red all over me. Red is usually not the one I have such issues with. It's usually navy. And I think we're going to have to pull out some little black hexagon shapes. I've got an open package that I need to find because there's an add-on class at the stamp camp using this nuts and bolts. And we included a pack of the hexagon shapes with it. And I need that pack to go in the prepped kit. So I'll have to see if I can find mine that's open. Otherwise, oh my gosh, guys, I love this. I hope you guys do. Okay, and remember the trick to getting that, this piece on that piece where we want it is to lay it and be hidden, I guess is the other part. The reason you want to do this is so that it is hidden by the other pieces in the fold. And I'm sorry, I'm not watching comments right now. Okay. How do y'all, the lighting's better, right? Except on my face. I am a ghost, so I got to figure out that part. But the lighting on my workspace is better, isn't it? Okay. Are y'all ready? Okay, so here's Rivers. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this. Okay, let me see if I can find my hexagons. Where are you, please? No, no, no. No, they are lost over there in the Great Divide. Okay, so I'm going to have to find that before I take my pictures and add them. So here we have Hazel's card and River's card side by side. The fold is essentially the same, right? Same with the exception of 1/4 of an inch, and that's this way. These are the same folds. Pull out just like that. Hazel's is one long piece of designer series paper, so if you're working with 12 by 12 paper, you can do this with the designer series paper. And then this one is all cardstock with a couple of designer series paper accents. So I love this. In the blog post, I will share the measurements. I'll give credit to Terry Gaines. This is the case from her card. I'm going to add some bling. I can't decide if there needs to be something in this corner or not. And I did not add, I forgot to add the little hearts. So I'm going to do that all after the broadcast, guys. We've gone 40 minutes plus the 5-minute goof up when I froze. So I'm going to turn you loose. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you've had a good time. Thank you for joining in the fun. This will be in the blog post. If you haven't joined my blog, then be sure and jump over to michellesalcho.com and do so. Card class tomorrow is on Zoom, and I think there's a Zoom link. I need to make sure that that's all working too. So have a great day, everybody, and I hope that we are stamping together soon. Bye-bye.